Now, 2023 has been a mixed year for real estate in Lagos, even in Abuja too, even real estate in Nigeria generally. And just like I did last year, so this time around, we'll be looking at the performance of real estate companies in Lagos in particular. And so we'll be reviewing the different activities, the different estates, the different projects which the top tier real estate developers they launched this year. And at the same time, also be looking at the different emerging real estate companies and how they have also performed in the real estate market this year, 2023. So in case you are coming across the video like this for the first time, this is Meet the Property channel. I just hope I'm not publishing this video in 2024 anyway. So, but this review is for 2023. So in case you are coming across a video like this for the first time, this is Meet the Property channel. This will discuss everything real estate for first-time investors, avid investors, people that have been investing already, people that are about to start investing. I also have real estate enthusiasts that they just want to know everything about the real estate market, about everything that is happening in Nigeria, particularly in the real estate sector. This is your go-to channel because we talk about everything here, about real estate companies, about real estate developers, about real estate projects, about real estate clauses, about real estate documents, titles, real estate scams, short lets, land banking, buy and flip, off plan. We just discuss everything here basically. So this is your go-to channel. You want to bookmark this channel because after watching this particular educative guide, I also suggest you go to our different playlists, playlists on off plan, on real estate companies, the one doing good, the one doing bad, real estate scams, real estate analysis, real estate risk. You are definitely going to learn a lot because we have so much topics that we have done that are going to expose you to a lot of the opportunities and a lot of the risk that is happening here in the real estate sector. So let's go straight into the topic now, the review of real estate companies in Lagos for the year 2023. So before we talk about, I'll start mentioning the companies and looking at their performances. If you have not subscribed yet to our channel, this is your first video, this is your fourth video, this is your third video, this is your 10th video on our channel. You've been watching us on your iPad, on your iPhone, on your Apple TV, on your smart TV. Just open your phone, go to YouTube, search the property guy, Meet the Property Guy, subscribe, and you can continue enjoying our content because we really, really want you to subscribe. One of the ways that you can support us, you can encourage us to do more of this content is to subscribe and also be part of our channel. So we are going to start the review now of the real estate companies in Lagos for the year 2023. And we had a lot of activities this year, not really as much as 2022. 2022, there was so much more noise, so much more buzz about it, the real estate market in Lagos compared to 2023 because we had a new president, we had a couple of different events that happened this year, that the Naira floating, the fuel subsidy removal, new administration, new policies, and some also different investment scares that happened this year. So the buzz was not really as active as 2022 or even 2020. But we still had a couple of activities this year. Some new companies emerged, some existing companies also brought out new projects and new properties to the market. And a couple of people still invested smartly this year and made a lot of profit too. All right, so there's no particular order that I'm using in this video, so it's just about the company that comes to my mind. So it's not like maybe any company comes first, any company comes last. There's no hierarchy. All right, so I'll start with Landmark Corporate Realty. Those are the developers of Lagoon Front, Fairmount, Avocado Smart Homes, Queen's Garden in Sherry. So Landmark have been doing really, really well. They did tremendously very well last year. This year also, they improved on that. Avocado Smart Homes 2.0, the apartments right now, there's like almost 6 to 7 blocks standing already. And anyone that bought that apartment last year, trust me, you bought a gem because the value of that investment last year and this year and the progress of that investment just within last year and this year have also been tremendous. And Landmark really is a blueprint for a lot of companies that want to do off-plan in Lagos right now because whatever template that they are using, whatever blueprints that they are using, it works. Number one, they are giving investors 24 months to pay. Number two, they are adding interest on their payment plan. And number three, regardless of either you pay or you not pay, you go to their site, you see people working. So they're not even the one owing you work. You are the one owing them money. So fantastic blueprint for their off plan. And next year, we have seen a couple of hints that are also going to be launching a particular project in Yaba also. So if you have been looking at investing anything on the mainland, trust me, once Landmark opened that property in Yaba, you really want to jump on it. I think they're also likely bring in something at Ikeja GRA also. So Landmark really did well this year in 2023. So for their land also, Fairmount CFO right now is out. They have also done a couple of allocations there. Like Front also, they did a couple of allocations there also. So that they are really doing well. And maybe next year they're also going to launch something in it, but we don't know yet. So let's move to another company. Let's move to Landway. Those are the developers of Isimi, developers of Urban Prime. For the first time in the past 3 years, Landway really didn't make a lot of noise this year. Even they didn't launch as much new projects as they used to, which is actually a good thing, because right now it's showing that they are now slowing down and they are now concentrating on what they have rather than just bringing in something new. So Urban Prime 1, Urban Prime 2, Urban Prime 3, more works have been ongoing at Urban Prime 2 actually. Urban Prime 3 2 is there. They have maybe Urban Prime 4, Urban Prime 3 Annex 2, and they have another project at Songotedo, a couple of projects at Songotedo, and then the Isimi Lagos is there too. And the value of Isimi Lagos continuously goes up. And well, they have been transparent as usual. They have told everyone that bought Isimi 2030. So next year will be 2024. So by next year, they have 6 years to go. So Landway also, like I said, they didn't make a lot of boosts this year with new projects or with new estates. Shows that right now they are slowing down, which is very important for Landway, in my own opinion. Very important for them to slow down, very important for them to look at what they have existing and trying to sort out their backlog before they bring out anything new into the market. All right, so the third estate we'll be looking at is Veritazi, which are the developers of Itunu Residential, Itunu City, and the Camberwell Advantage. So Camberwell Advantage 2 have been a huge success. Camberwell Advantage 3 already roofed right now. Camberwell Advantage 4 is there, and then this year they brought in Camberwell Advantage 5 and Camberwell Advantage 5 Annex. So they did an open house at the Camberwell Advantage 5 recently. So this is also one of the things that you have to understand as an investor. If you are buying a terrace or a duplex, delivery of a duplex will be faster than delivery of an apartment. Actually, the higher the floors of a particular project, the longer you are going to wait. I've said this over and over again. If you are not going to be patient, don't buy off plan. That's just the truth. I'm going to say it as it is. I'm going to be frank with you. I'm going to be transparent with you. If a project is going to 2 floors and a project is going to 8 floors or 7 floors, the delivery of both projects cannot be the same. So don't get yourself into the trap of over expectation. Try to keep your expectation very realistic. So you can see Camberwell Advantage 5 Annex, they're already doing an open house. Most of the terraces right now, the duplexes right now, they're already roofed. We still have Advantage 3 there, we still have Advantage 4 there, because those ones are block of flats. They are apartments, maybe on 7 floors or so on. So project on 2 floors, on 1 floor will always be delivered faster. So if you want to buy a project, there's a duplex option there, there's an apartment option there. If you can, or if you are eager on fast delivery, generally go for the duplex. Because if you go for the apartment, the higher the floors they are going, the longer you are going to wait. All right, for Itunu Residential also, Veritazi also did a couple of allocations there. Work have been ongoing at Itunu Residential too, particularly on the road also. And for Itunu City, we are also looking forward to the announcements on the next batch of allocation for Itunu City too. One thing really that I really don't like about most real estate companies is the communication. The communication mostly is always poor for most of the real estate companies, even the top tier ones. The communication is always very terrible. Regardless of whatever is happening on a company, either it's good, it's bad, whatever that is happening on a project, either it's good, it's bad, it's always very important that companies learn to carry their investors along. You have their emails. Investors always fill emails in their subscription form. You can always reach out to them every month or every 2 weeks. Oh, hello, we are trying to reach out to you. How are you doing? Whatever, compliment of the season, whatever. we are reaching out to you regarding your subscription at so project. This is what we are doing. This is the stage we are. This is what we are trying to do. This is what you have done so far. And in the next 4 weeks or the next 3 weeks, this is what you should be expecting. And by next month also, we are going to be sending you another update, blah, blah, blah. People are going to have that confidence. Like, okay, yeah, I'm hearing from these people that are sending me mail every month or every 2 weeks or every 2 months. And I know that, okay, my investment is safe. I think that's a very, very important thing that a lot of companies really, really need to include into their plans in 2024. All right, so moving out from Veritasi, let's go to Xylos. Xylos also is one of the top 7, top 8 let's say companies here in Lagos. Lekki Pride 1, Lekki Pride 2, Lekki Pride 3. Impressively, they handed over some keys at Lekki Pride 1 this year, mostly for the duplexes. And that's another thing that I always say. Duplexes are always going to be delivered faster than apartments. So for most of the people that bought duplex now, they've got their keys. Apartments is still ongoing. So they handed over some keys there. For Lekki Pride 2 also, the duplexes there too. Some are already at roofing, some are already at finishing. Impressive also. The Lekki Pride 3 also, the value of Lekki Pride 3 also is impressive. There was a time that the Lekki Pride 3 was selling for 40 million. Right now it's like around 50 or 55 million. Impressive also. And we have Arizona. They launched Arizona, launched Xylos Core 2 this year or last year, I don't know. Then the Tiwa Commercial Hub. So Xylos 2 did pretty well this year also, but the same thing, just like I said before, companies have to do better in communication. They have to do better in communicating whatever it is that is happening. Just carry your investors along. You have their emails. Always try to carry them along via emails. And when investors also send emails, most companies are very, very poor in that regard. They don't attend to emails. Even if they attend, they'll tell you, oh, okay, we are going to get back to you 1 week, 2 weeks, you hear nothing. That puts a lot of pressures on we authors actually. So Xylos also did impressive with some of their off-plan projects this year. And next year, 2024, hopefully they can fully hand over all the apartments at Lekki Pride 1, and also hopefully next year 2024 so we expect them to also hand over some keys at Lekki Pride 1, Lekki Pride 2 rather. So another company that did very well this year is Victoria Crest Homes, which are the developers of the VCH houses, Victoria Crest 1, 2, 3, 4 down to whatever it is right now, Victoria Bay Estates. And then last year they started the Citadel View series. So they launched the Citadel Views at 1.0 at Songotedo, the Citadel Views 2.0 at Ibama-Adesanya, and right now people are already staying at Citadel Views 2.0, which is very, very impressive. I was very, very impressed with the Citadel Views 2.0 projects. The delivery is really, really, really on time, and kudos to Victoria Crest Homes for that. They also launched the Citadel Views 1.0 extension too, which the work is also very, 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 very rapid. And by sometime in 2024, I expect them to also start delivering keys for Victoria Crest, Citadel Views 1.0 extension. And that's what I expect from developers. When you launch a project, give yourself a timeline. This is the timeline I want to do this project. This is the timeline I want to give these keys, and keep up to that timeline, because that's going to add a lot of positive to your reputation, and that's going to give investors more confidence to even invest more and buy more with you guys. So Victoria Crest Homes also did really, really well with the Citadel Views project for 2023. All right, so the next company we're talking about is Gashias. Was it last year or this year? I think last year, Gashias also opened the Coral City brand, which is the investment for juveniles, and they brought in a couple of opportunities in Ekpe. This year they brought in another couple of ones at Ogbe and so on, some Coral City also in Ibadan, and then I think one in Abuja also. And they also launched a particular project in Bogije this year too, amid some other projects. They launched a mall in Abuja too, and it also shows that the capacity of the company in terms of they are expanding into Ibadan, Abuja, and some other new green areas which they feel like they can also position investors in. And I think the plan for Coral City is actually to be in all states in Nigeria, which I'm looking at how they are going to do that. But at least Morganite, impressive work there. Gashas Gushanite too, they are really doing well at Gashas Gushanite. And you can also look at the appreciation. There was a time Gashas Gushanite was like 28 million. And right now, Gashas Gushanite is like 46 or 40 something million right now. So that's gone like almost 20 million naira extra. So, and that's why when we pick some hotspot for you to invest, trust me, you don't want to dilly-dally, because real estate investment is time bound. If you don't go in at that particular period, you have done it. So Gashas also did well with a couple of their projects. Like I always tell some of my investors, the fact that I sell for a company, or the fact that I suggest a particular company, doesn't mean that is all the projects under their portfolio that I can recommend you to buy. So we always filter out based on your risk appetite. We always filter out based on your objective. So that's also one of the things that you have to understand about this company. And there was a time I also talked about how to invest with real estate company. I also advise that don't invest only with one company. So if you are buying from Gashias, Crest City, blah blah blah, try to also spread and buy from another company, Landmark, buy from this one, buy from that one. Because one thing you have to understand is that your investment will outlive the real estate company. Some of these real estate companies will not be alive or running in 10 years time or in 5 years time, but your land will be there. So you want to secure your investment so that if anything happens in the company, it does not affect all your investments. All right, so another company that we like to review their performance this year is also GMH. They are the developers of God's Connect 2, 3, 4. They have a couple of projects around the Freedom Way, a couple of projects around Ologolo, a couple of projects around the mainland too. The project in Bagada, and there's a couple of projects also around Ikoyi, like around 2-3 projects in Ikoyi too. So they are like the luxury developers here in Lagos. So most of their projects are always high rises, 7 floors, 8 floors, 9 floors, 10 floors, which is impressive really for any company, despite our inflation here, the exchange rates, for them to still be doing high rise projects, because high rise project is damn expensive and it takes time. Just the pile alone is hundreds of millions. So GMH also did well with a couple of their projects, particularly the project that they have around Lekki Phase 1, around the Freedom Way, and that's the GCC 3 and GCC 4 or 5. They have so many GCC 4 that even me myself, I'm confused actually. So, and more impressively, they also launched the fractional ownership package, which is something that I feel like is already due in our markets. Companies need to start being innovative. It's not just launch project, sell project, launch project, sell project. You also need to look at different opportunities to widen the gap for more investors to come in and lower the entry barrier so that more investors can also come in. So instead of people to now start looking at 70 million for them to buy a 1 bed in Lekki Phase 1, people can come in now with maybe 7 million and still also own an apartment in Lekki Phase 1 and still even be earning dividends of rental income on that particular project, which really makes a lot of sense for me. So that fractional ownership for me is enough for me to overlook all their deficiencies this year. So GMH also, I am so impressed with that particular product that they brought into the market. All right, so next one is Tributat, which are the developers of Ambience, Heights, Lekki Phase 1, Ambience 1.0 at General Paints, Aja, Ambience 2.0 at Songotedo, and they also have Iconic City in Ekpe. So the company is still young, but they have also been doing quite impressive also. The Ambience Heights, the close sale on it, and trust me, anyone that was lucky enough to have bought that Ambience Heights maybe last year or last 2 years, trust me, you are sitting on a good mind. Just go and relax. Your investment is likely going to do 100%. And I'm talking about 100% on a property that some people bought at 200 million. Just imagine 200 million for them to do 100%. It's really crazy. So Ambience Heights, if you have already invested in Ambience Heights, trust me, just cool, man. You have hit a gold mine. So Ambience 1.0 also was delivered and keys was handed over. Then we have Ambience 2.0 also. Work is going on very, very fast there. If you have bought any unit at Ambience 2.0, trust me, you can also be rest assured that there is very, very good development at site. All right, so another company I'm also going to review is MKH. MKH are the developers of the Worldy Islets, the Worldy Place, and they also launched this particular project this particular off plan in Son Gotedo. Trust me, I don't even know the name. I've forgotten the name. So MKH is also doing quite well, impressively, because they are not overstretching their limits. They are not just launching projects here and there. They are like keeping it one after the other. And some of you investors might not be aware, but there are also a lot of work behind the scene that companies do with Lagos State government, particularly on documentation. Trust me, documentation in Lagos State is getting tougher more and more. So if there's any company that is really willing to face all those headaches, all those troubles with the government for you, trust me, they are really doing a lot. Because sometimes you may buy a property and you are like, the company are not doing anything aside. Most times, why the work at site is not really moving fast is because the companies are facing a particular documentation battle. It's either with the government or with disputes with Omonile or with community people, and they are trying to protect you investors. Trust me. So MKH, I'm really impressed with their work so far, particularly on documentation. Really impressed with the effort, the dedication that I put into that. I'm really impressed, because in Nigeria, documentation is the security you have on your investments. Particularly if you have a project property in a place like Ibejuleki, documentation is very key at that place. Because by next year, 2024, 2025, when there are more activities around the seaports, there are more activities around the refinery, more companies are going there for oil depot, more companies are going there for warehouses, shipments, then that's when a lot of people are going to realize that they don't have a property. Because the property that they have, they do not have documents, and more people that have more influence, more power are just going to go to the government and hijack those properties. So that's why documentation, any developer that has project in Bejuleki, this is also another advice for them. Try to start working on the documentation. Whatever bad goals that you have to face with the government, start facing it now.